Hello gamers, it's me, SPILLIN. It's my show. Glad to be back, man. I wanted to do another AskSpiller video. This is number 3. I just had so many questions that was asked, and people always continuously asking a number of things. So just want to do another video about it. First of all, I just want to give a shout out to all new subscribers, people that have been reached out from other channels and just happen to hear about my channel. Just let me know if you are watching my videos for the first time, or if you found out through a friend or found out through another channel. Somebody just recommended my channel. Let me know so I can give them a shout out, like personally or even through video, whatever, because I always like to help out others who help me out, or just say hi to those who helped me out along the way. Anyway, let me get to the questions. Oh, and this time I'm going to say the name of the people that did it, or that decided to hit me up with questions, because I wanted to personalize a little bit. Because last time I wanted to say that without the names just to see how it felt, and I should have just went ahead and put the names in. But anyway, this time I'm going to put the names in. First one comes from Barney Apasai. He said, have you played the Walking Dead video games by Telltale? Funny thing about that is, yes, I have. Yes, I have, and actually I have the game right here. I actually downloaded it first time around, and it is complete. I downloaded it first time around when I first got it, when it first came out, like the year before it came out on actual consoles, as far as the hard disk or whatever, or the actual disc. But also, if you don't know, today I'm gonna let you know that I'm a Walking Dead fan. I'm like one of the biggest Walking Dead fans there is. Stay tuned. I actually am a part of a little group at work of people who watch Walking Dead, and every Monday we recap and we talked about it. Even though, you know, the season just ended, we're already talking about the next season. And I actually heard about the show, I think after the first season was over, and as the second season was getting ready to start, I started watching it, and I just did like a speed run through the first season. I watched it in one weekend and was hooked. I love all the characters and everything. And my one of my good buddies at work, he told me about the characters are on the Telltale series, as far as The Walking Dead, is more of more with the comic books, because he's into the comic books. I'm not personally into the comic books and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm one of the real biggest Walking Dead fans. I love the zombie. I love the apocalypse, the end of the world, whole aspect of things. Kind of make you think, what would the world be like without the zombie effect? Just the world in general, if we didn't have electricity and we were scarce on food and supplies and stuff like that. And it's pretty much man versus wild, or man versus man kind of element situation. But anyway, next question came from 1MX2Go. He said, what are your favorite types of movies and music? My favorite type of movies actually are horror and thriller suspense, but I really, really, really love comedies. I love to laugh. I mean, I love to laugh a lot, and I make jokes about life and stuff like that. I don't like to make jokes about people in general, you know, but I do like to laugh a lot. And the cool thing about my job is that we get to laugh out, literally get to laugh out loud, and just enjoy each other's company and stuff like that while I'm in the midst of doing one of my tech calls. I might be calling the office, slightly put them on mute. We might tell a couple jokes to keep each other going. My favorite music, almost anything. I actually like rap, of course, hip hop, rock, heavy metal, a little bit of country. I think that's the only thing that I really don't like. I like underground. I really love undiscovered artists. So anytime you hear about an undiscovered artist, where there is grassroots, where there's indie rock, pop, it doesn't matter. They haven't been discovered. Those are like rap artists. I love that kind of stuff, because to me, they're at their purest form. Nobody's touched them yet. They're just giving you their unadulterated craft. They're spilling out their guts pretty much from their heart, and that's why I like underground more than anything, or the undiscovered artists that are out there. But yeah, next question from 1MX, because he asked me a few questions. 1MX to go said, a console or system you don't have in your collection but would like to own. And I think I answered that last time. I couldn't remember. I actually am looking forward to getting the Retron 5. My ultimate goal is to have all of the TurboGrafx 16, the TurboGrafx engine, PC engine, Turbo Express, Turbo Dual. I would love to collect all of those. I'm also looking forward to getting a Wii. I almost want it free. So I'm looking for family members, friends, or something like that to give me theirs that they're no longer using, or get it at a really, really cheap price. I did have a 360, but I don't have one anymore. But I kept my games over that time because I know I'm going to get one again. But my main stuff is I want to get a PC engine. Man, because I want to do all the Japanese import stuff. I'm really excited about that. Hopefully this year I'll be able to find one really, really cheap and jump on that. But really, there's not a lot of other systems that I want as far as consoles. I'm even kind of holding off on the PS4. I don't know. He also asked me your views on emulators or emulation, good thing or bad thing. I think it's a good thing because of how expensive games can get, and you really want to play those games really, 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 really bad. And like, I got an emulator for almost everything. NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx 16. The only ones I don't have is like the GameCube, PS2, because the laptop I have is an older version and it's not compatible, and it won't even let you because of the graphics card that you need to have and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think they're a bad thing to a certain degree, but they do take away the surprise, or that element of surprise. So I guess that's the bad side of it. But the good side is you get to play the games you never got to play. And actually, I get almost like a demo test run of the game, what it's going to be like. That's what actually turned me on to Gunstar Heroes. There's a lot of Sega Genesis games that I downloaded. I got every Super Nintendo game ever created on my Super Nintendo emulator. So I'm hoping to get another laptop, and I'm just going to transfer all my emulators over and play them on there. And I use my PS3 controller. I found a little link, and it was kind of cool that you could download it. There's a way you can even do it wirelessly, but I couldn't quite figure that one out, so I just kind of left it alone. Next question comes from JP Gamer Retro Anime. What is your favorite, X-Men or Justice League? I have to say Justice League, even though, like I said, I'm not into comics, but I am into action movies and stuff like that, and I used to watch a lot of the cartoons back in the day, like I like Batman, Superman, was it Flash and Spider-Man, of course. Well, I've got Captain America on my chest right now. But there's a lot of characters that I'm into on that side of things. But I think if I said Batman or Superman, mine would be Superman because he's Superman. He's got the only thing he has that's his debilitating thing is his kryptonite thing. So you just stay away from kryptonite. You pretty much kick everybody else's ass. Next question comes from end user 2090. He said he likes my setup of my games and stuff like that, or my consoles. He says, does your stuff get a lot of dust? And yes, it does. I pretty much have to clean it on a weekly basis, especially with that black stained glass. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, it collects a lot of dust. A matter of fact, I just cleaned it last week because I am anal like anybody else. So yeah, sometimes that can get in the way. And next question comes from my boy Sprites and Brights. He said, what is the most embarrassing game you have ever played that you actually like? And for me, it's embarrassing as far as what people would consider age appropriate. Mine would be Ni no Kuni. I just finished it up like a month and a half ago. I love the game, but it was somewhat childlike, I guess. And gaming, you have to remember that everything or every element of it is like being a child again. That's the fundamental of gaming anyway. It's something that tied you in, that drew some sort of correlation between you being a child and now into your adulthood. It brings back those good memories, those good times, and the music will forever stay with me. The time that I spent on that, over, I mean, God, over a couple months, will forever be with me. The next question comes from my boy Javier. He said, "How do you feel about Jack Tretton, CEO of Sony, stepping down?" You know what? Jack Tretton stepping down was a big, big deal to me, because he was more like an everyday guy. Even though he was in his business suit, he knew how to talk to the people. He knew how to sell the product of Sony, every aspect of Sony. And he just seemed like a people's man, like a people type of guy, an everyday kind of guy, like, they like the everyday working class Joe. And so he had a lot of respect with a lot of people. And I haven't read all the reasons why he stepped down, but I've noticed that a lot of these CEOs are stepping down, and it's going to be kind of hard to transition, because I liked watching him at E3. He knew how to speak well. He didn't sound robotic. He didn't sound like he was reading off no script or anything. He just talked to you like he was talking to anybody else. It seemed like he was right in front of me, and I thought that was kind of on a personal level. And so I'm going to miss those things about it. I know it's been a while since he stepped down. These are just some questions that I just brought back up because I saw them and I was just like, let me answer them from my perspective. But anyway, it said, what do you do since the football season is over? Now football's over, and usually this is my biggest time that I play a lot of games, because most times I spend, he asked me also, what other sports do I watch? I watch basketball, I watch golf. Every now and then I'll catch the Wimbledon and tennis and all that, but my main things, I actually like to go to the basketball games. I don't really like watching basketball on TV per se until they get into playoffs, which they are in now. I'm a big Dallas Maverick fan. Normally go to the games with some of my good buddies because the games are really cheap. So I'll go there. Like this year I went more than any. I went like 5 times this year. Last year I think I only went once or twice or something like that. But thinking about getting season tickets, getting specific seats and stuff like that, since the season tickets are real cheap. So me and my good buddy are talking about doing that. So yeah, on my downtime, because I love American football, for you people in other countries, NFL. I love professional football. My favorite team is Dallas Cowboys, and I watch it religiously. It's an experience, man. I like to watch 3 games every Sunday. The one that comes on at noon, 3 o'clock, and then Sunday night football. Also, every now and then, if I catch a Thursday game, or when the playoffs happen, the Saturday games and stuff like that. So I'm really, really deep into it. I'll have me a beer, hot dogs, some stuff like that, barbecue, whatever. So yeah, that's what I do when the season's over. Next question comes from Shimu. So he said, can you recommend some good hip hop? I'm currently listening to LP and Company Flow. I have a lot of favorite artists that I actually listen to, but not many cats like right now, besides ASAP Rocky. As a matter of fact, I knew I was going to talk about it. Got this damn thing on here. This is CD right here. ASAP Rocky, Long Live ASAP. I'm also big into mixtapes. I've been currently listening to Ace Hood's mixtape, Starvation 1, 2, and 3. ASAP's mixtape. I like to listen to a lot of mixtapes because it's just raw, uncut kind of music. Some of my favorite artists are like Common, Lupe Fiasco. And the reason why I like them, they're kind of conscious rappers. They rap about what's going on in the culture, what's going on in the world, politics, religion, whatever, whatnot, and they just chop it up, man. So yeah, I would recommend those cats because they got a lot of good stuff out there. One of my favorite albums from Common is B.E. The B is in boy, E is in Edward. That's probably like some of his raw stuff. And it's not Black Circus, it's something else, but you can look it up. Just look up Common. Some of his earlier stuff is like some of his best raw, uncut stuff right there. I got plenty. I probably got about 50 albums on my cell phone. It, music is deep for me. But anyway, next question comes from Games Not Loaded. What part of US am I from? Well, I'm actually from the state of Texas, and I'm actually that's down in the south region, almost close to Mexico. We're not too far away from Mexico. So yeah, real close to the equator. So it gets really, really hot. Like today, like this whole week, we're already moving into the 80s. I don't know how that would translate to other countries, but I know it's like 80 something Fahrenheit. So it's really, really hot. And then we have the humidity that makes it really, really, I mean, it drains you. We call it the sticky icky because sticky icky basically means like your skin gets real sweaty and is real sticky because of the humidity. It's like makes everything moist. Like your skin gets real moist and it just sucks all the energy. Like I was gonna do a video the other day, but I was so tired that I came home because when I was driving home, I ended up getting stuck in traffic and it was like really, really crazy. So by the time I got home, I was drained, like completely drained. I was even talking to my son today and he was like, yeah, Dad, I'm just beat. But yeah, it's the sun. And the last round of questions come from a good buddy of mine, cheap and easy too. He always has a game load of responses and questions, and I like that. I like that. I got a lot of faithful viewers that just tune in and just ask me a shitload of questions, and I can respect that. He asked me a bunch of questions, so I'm gonna just hit them off real quick. He said, "What is your favorite soap and why?" Mine's is Irish Spring because it stays like almost like a mint kind of Irish Spring. It's an Irish freshness smell that stays in your skin for a long period of time, and I like that smell after. Um, he said, "What is your favorite shampoo and why?" Mine's would be Head and Shoulders because I always have real dry scalp, like with short hair, and I always keep my hair cut. I used to have it out long, but I cut it. I gotten older, so now I just in the mode of just cutting my hair off. But it keeps my hair moist so that it doesn't dry out. Believe it or not, you can still get dandruff with a short head of hair. If you could be the voice of any video game character, who would it be and why? This one's real easy because Kratos is one of my favorite characters of all time. I mean, who wouldn't want to play the God of War? And then I always get commented on my voice and how I sound like Morgan Freeman or James Earl Jones, just a deep voice. So yeah, that would definitely, I love Kratos. Like I've contemplated on numerous occasions of getting a gaming tattoo because I have this side covered with a tattoo, but I wanted to put him up like here, but I want to get it professionally done. Like I want to spend some serious money on it and I want it to be very detailed. I seen some dude that had it and it was really good. He did like a full statue on his arm. So yeah. What is your favorite cereal of all time and why? Mine will be a tie between Golden Grams and Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios. I like Honey Nut Cheerios because it's healthy for you, but it's got that sweetness to it. And then Golden Grams, it just has so. I remember when they used to put the little marshmallows in there and little cinnamon sticks and stuff like that in there, but now they just got the straight Golden Grams. Reason why I like both of them because I don't only not want to just finish the cereal, but then also drink the milk. Yeah. So, what is your favorite what is your favorite fast food place of all time and why? Like if I had to choose because of where I grew up, it's Whataburger. Matter of fact, I went there today. I like their burgers, their chicken fingers, or chicken. They don't even do chicken nuggets. Their shakes and stuff like that. I can go there. Reason why I like it so much, and it's probably my favorite place of all time, is because I can go there almost any time out of the week, and I don't get burnt out. Whereas McDonald's it tastes like artificial food, like that processed shit that just tastes nasty. Matter of fact, I stopped going there because it just really I don't get no taste out of it anymore. There's nothing in it. And these burgers from Whataburger are actually grilled. They're actually made real meat, 100% beef, and it's really good. And the cheese and everything. And sometimes they even toast the buns and stuff like that. If you request it, they'll do it, but sometimes they just do it for you. It's really, really good burger. So if you're ever in Texas, because I think they're only franchised in Texas. I've been going there since I was a little kid, and I love it. The last question here is, what is your favorite brand of chips and why? I like Lay's potato chips. It's like the thin layer type potato chips, and I usually like to get the cheddar cheese. Also, I have to say that and the Cheetos puffs, the long puff that's kind of shaped like this or whatever. Those would probably have to be my favorite between those. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All right then. Tell me, well, if you got any other questions that you want to ask me, bring it. Any and everything is welcome. I'm gonna try to answer more questions for the next series of questions, but if it doesn't become a popular thing, I'll just stretch them out more because I want the videos to do well. I want to get them a good response. Otherwise, I'll know that it's a topic that I don't even need to get into anymore. But other than that, I'm AskSpiller 79, and I'm out.